Hello, and welcome to this rules overview video for 7 Wonders Duel. 7 Wonders Duel is a game for 2 players, ages 10 and older, that plays in about 30 minutes. In 7 Wonders Duel, you will battle your opponent over the course of 3 ages and attempt to make your city more prestigious than theirs. This prestige is represented by victory points that you will gain in various ways during the game. Setup. Place the game board in front of you. Place the conflict pawn. Place the military tokens. Shuffle the progress tokens and place 5 randomly. The remaining tokens are put back in the box. Make a reserve with the coins called the bank. Each player takes 7 coins. This is your treasury. Take the Age 1 cards. They have this card back. Shuffle them without looking at them and return 3 to the box. These 3 cards will not be used during the game. Do the same thing for the Age 2 and 3 decks. Draw 3 random guild cards, which have this back, and shuffle them into the Age 3 deck. Randomly choose the first player. Shuffle the wonder cards and reveal 4. The first player chooses 1 wonder. Then the second player chooses 2. Finally, the first player takes the remaining wonder. Reveal 4 new wonder cards and repeat the selection phase, starting with the second player this time. For your first game, refer to the rules for a simplified selection of wonders. Place these wonders in front of you and continue to the setup of the Age 1 cards. Start with 2 cards face up, then 3 face down, 4 face up, 5 face down, and finally 6 face up. You're now finished with the setup. Now let's take a look at the different types of age cards in detail. Each card represents a building that you can construct in your city. Brown cards produce raw materials, stone, wood, and clay. Grey cards produce manufactured goods, glass and papyrus. Use these 5 resources to construct other buildings in your city. These resources can be used each turn, as if they were inexhaustible mines. You never discard them. Blue cards give you victory points at the end of the game. Yellow cards are tied to commerce. They may give you coins, resources, trading bonuses, or even victory points. Green cards let your city make scientific advances. They each provide a scientific symbol. At any time during the game, as soon as you have 2 identical scientific symbols, you can choose an available progress token. Each progress token provides unique bonuses. If you manage to get 6 different scientific symbols during the game, you will win the game through scientific supremacy. The game ends immediately and you are declared the winner. Red cards increase your military power. As soon as you build a red card, move the conflict pawn towards your opponent's city as many spaces as shields shown on the card. If you move the conflict pawn onto a space with a military token, apply its effects, then discard it. If you manage to reach your opponent's city during the game, you win the game through military supremacy. Finally, purple cards are introduced in Age 3. They give you victory points depending on the cards you played during the game. Gameplay overview. Starting with the first player, then taking turns, choose 1 of the available cards in the structure. A card is considered to be available if it is not covered by any other card. In this example, these cards are available and these ones are not. At the end of your turn, don't forget to flip cards face up if they have become available. Once you choose your card, you have 3 options. Construct this card in your city, construct one of your wonders, or finally, discard this card to take coins from the bank. Constructing a building. Each card has the same structure with a name, effect, and potentially a construction cost. To construct a building in your city, you must pay its construction cost. After paying, add this card to your city and benefit from its effect. If the area is empty, you don't pay anything and don't need any resources. If the cost shows any coins, you must take the indicated coins from your treasury and pay them to the bank. You can only take this action if you have the required number of coins. If the cost shows any resources, you must produce them yourself or buy them from the bank. To buy a resource from the bank, you must pay 2 coins plus 1 coin per identical resource on your opponent's brown or grey cards. In this example, you could construct the Stone Reserve. This building costs 3 coins, which you must pay directly to the bank. The workshop is also available and costs 1 papyrus. Since you already produce papyrus, you don't need to pay anything to construct this card. Finally, you could choose to construct the stable. However, you don't produce wood and would need to buy it from the bank. You must pay 2 coins plus 1 extra coin since your opponent's city produces 1 wood. Important: in Ages 2 and 3, certain cards will have a chain symbol. If you have the matching symbol on one of your buildings, you can construct this card for free. Constructing a wonder. To construct a wonder, just like for buildings, you must pay its construction cost. Slide the chosen card face down under the wonder and then benefit from its effect. Important: you can only have 7 constructed wonders in play. As soon as a player constructs their 7th wonder, put the 8th back in the box. They cannot construct it. Discarding a card. To discard a card and gain coins, place the chosen card in the discard pile and take 2 coins from the bank plus 1 coin per yellow card in your city. In this example, you have 3 yellow cards, so you take 5 coins when you discard a card. Start of a new age. After all Age 1 cards have been played, you continue to Age 2. Take the Age 2 deck and set up the cards like so. The player with the weakest military chooses who begins the new age. If the conflict pawn is in the middle of the board, the player who took the last turn decides who begins. Ages 2 and 3 play with the same rules as Age 1. After Age 2 is finished, set up the Age 3 cards like so. End of the game. At the end of Age 3, if no one has won the game through military or scientific supremacy, add up the victory points shown on your blue, green, yellow, and purple cards. Constructed wonders. Progress tokens in your city. Coins. Each full set of 3 coins gives you 1 victory point. Military strength, depending on the position of the conflict pawn. The player with the most victory points wins the game. In case of a tie, the player with the most victory points from the blue buildings wins. And there you go! You are now ready for your first game of 7 Wonders Duel. The last thing you need to learn are the different effects found on your buildings, wonders, and progress tokens. You can find the explanation of these effects at the end of the rulebook. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy many exciting games of 7 Wonders Duel.